she is calm, cool, and collected back there, and she is absolutely all over the place. She is Brooke Youngquist Sweat. And her partner out of sunny Southern California at 24 years. Are you really still 24? Oh my God, I feel like I've been watching you for a while, Summer. You just keep getting better, and it's not gonna stop. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear it for the blocker with a smile on her face, Summer Ross. And their opponents coming in as the #1 seed, coming in as the champions from Huntington, from Hermosa, and most recently from the Manhattan Beach Open. And they're looking to make it 3 in a row right here in Chicago. First player out of Fowler, Colorado, the 49er out of Long Beach State, Brittany Hochevar. And her partner, who travels the United States and travels the world with her entourage. And that's because she is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Miss Emily Day.
The stage is set. The first semifinal is over. Sarah Hughes, Kelly Clays waiting for the winner of this match, where we will have the final later today. Brittany Hochevar starting off with a beautiful cut shot. Rich Lamborn joining me in the booth. I'm Triborn. Rich, how do you like that first cut shot?
That was great. Can we take a moment just at the top of this match to talk about the uniform differences between teams? We've got the very uniform white and black wearing Emily and Brittany, and then we have the unusually
Oh, what a play. And that one's out.
duck hunting camo wearing
Hey, Brooks from
Sweat.
Florida.
Does that help you remain unseen as a defender on the sand?
Camo. Ah, I see what she's going for here. Country girl from Florida, rocking the camo. I mean, yeah, I would say so. More so than the white over here. Nice shiny white, but
More so than the white. You would think maybe like a desert camo.
right. Yeah, that's a
would
good
be
call.
a little bit better, but a little nod to her upbringing in Florida.
It's actually a great idea. And of course, Summer Ross. Panther pattern on her bikini or something? I can't tell from up here.
She's the Sand Panther. Nice play in transition there from Em and Britt. Hard put away cross court, as we'll see here. Big bounce into the stands.
Funny that the first thing we talk about is the outfits.
It's true.
You look good, you feel good, you play good. Here's Summer Ross, one of the crowd favorites. Always happy, always smiling, very steady player. And there's Brooke Sweat trying to go over on one, doesn't work. Another shot for Hochevar. She hammers that seam, but Brooke Sweat's all over it. Nice short shot. Emily Day reads it. Another step into the seam. Good hustle from Summer Ross, but they can't come up with it. Fun to watch Brooke Sweat make reads on defense. Always able to step into, or better than most players on tour in making reads and stepping into the right spot, especially when teams are teeing off like you saw a few times there in that rally.
One of the critical pieces, I think, for Sweat and Ross is going to be the setting and transition of Summer Ross.
Right.
Because Brooke's going to dig her share of balls. Can Summer put her up close enough to the net to where she can turn those into points for them?
Right. One of the best players in terms of shots out there, but from off the net, it's really difficult since Brooke is one of the shorter players out here as well.
She's what we would call undersized. She's a high flyer, so she's got plenty of range and offensive ability, but a little bit of a smaller window just by nature.
There's that, sitting in that pocket once again. Transition set in system, but she can't put it down. Summer Ross, one of the best at digging off the net. Nice cut shot over the block, and we are all tied up.
I think that's something we're going to see a lot out of Summer and Brooke, too, is that pole defense. Summer's a pretty good-sized blocker. She's about 6'1", 6'2"-ish.
Right.
So she can put up a wall, but she's extremely proficient at pulling off the net and digging.
Maybe not the best decision there. Right on cue, she does pull, but Brittany Hochevar with that big arm of hers showing Summer Ross maybe wasn't the best time to do it right there.
No matter how good you are, if somebody's 50-50, they can tee off better than you can dig usually at this level.
That one goes just wide.
Here's a question I asked Kelly Reeves earlier when we commentated the quarterfinal match that Britt and I played in. What does it do for your baller status if you have your own clothing line with your own logo, initial, like the Just B line we see Brittany rocking? B we see right on cue there on her chest. It says Joy down the back. Little reminder, she's got the Hochevar visor going. Just head to torso player, as we heard in the intro.
Yeah, she's always looking to make a fashion statement, but especially this year. She's playing her best ball of her career for sure. Winning the Cali Triple Crown, Huntington, Hermosa, and Manhattan Beach. So I think she's just doing what makes her feel comfortable, and that's coming in with a well-dressed approach, I suppose. Makes her feel good. It's very authentic. Just be. She's just very natural this year, not forcing anything, and the look is working for her.
Yeah, she's kind of all about energy, right?
Yes.
Putting out good vibes, putting out good energy. Kind of keywords like joy that she's got on her top there. Just putting it out, all good stuff out into the universe and letting it come back in kind.
Wow, look at that. Great swing by Brooke Sweat. That's a tough swing to take. She goes heat to the corner, well timed. Defense is nowhere to be found. She didn't have much court to hit. She found it.
They're going to need to get Brooke up a little closer to the net, though, I think, long term, if they hope to be successful in this match.
Brooke on the run. Little improvisation there. And Summer Ross misses it. Tough miss there. Definitely a good opportunity for Sweat and Ross as they go down 7-8.
Uncharacteristic of Summer to miss that shot. One of the things we'll see out of her is some of the best one-handed control you'll see out here.
Such a natural, instinctual player, Summer Ross.
Yeah, as Mark mentioned in the intro, she's only 24 years old, but it seems like we've seen her out here playing forever because she was out here at 17, 18,
Yeah,
19.
she's been out here longer than me, and I'm 28. Nice.
Heavy heat.
Heavy heat. Straight through the block of Summer Ross.
No shortage of arm strength in the Hochevar family. Her brother Luke, a #1 draft pick for the Kansas City Royals and world champion for the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, they know how to let loose.
Unleash the cannon.
Unleash the beast.
Like the sigil of the Hochevar household, the thrower. Fireball.
Float serve out of Brittany. Going middle. Little out of system on that pass, but Summer Ross handles that well.
I think Britt just gave up her position a little bit too early there, right? Kind of committed to that line shot on the tight set. What do you think? Sometimes I think as the set gets tight, you almost want to play center field a little bit as a defender.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you got to make sure that here's a touch, and Summer Ross scrambling. Here we go, Brooke Sweat in transition. Nice shot, but she misses it wide. Right decision there.
That's a couple of chances in transition that Brooke and Summer have missed, right?
Yeah.
And
exactly.
credit Emily and Britt for keeping those
Emily.
balls alive for that extra contact, making them work for it.
It's the right decision there. You see a lot of open court, but Brooke Sweat just misses it wide. Yeah, like you were saying earlier, though, about that tight set. I think the set does get tight, and defenses tend to make moves a little too early, thinking that the hitter will be in trouble. But the good hitters get their feet there well and come in with options still. So you can't commit until you really see that set, see where your blocker is set up, and how the hitter has gotten there. If they have it up on their shoulder where they want it, or if it's died inside or something like that. It's hard to wait that long, though, but sometimes it takes a little extra discipline when the set is out of position.
Here's my thought process on it. You tell me if you agree or if you think I'm a moron, which either option is okay.
I will.
I think as the set gets tight, you want to not give the offensive player the easy out. So if they manage to, like you said, do a good job with their feet, get there, chop off a really sharp shot either way, good for them. But I don't want to commit myself to one side and give them kind of the easy out high up and over into a big chunk of court.
Yep, I agree with that.
Okay. So for this time, I'm not moronic.
Not yet.
Okay, all right.
I'm saving that one.
All righty. You can drop that on me at any time you feel it's appropriate.
I will let you know. I'm glad I have that card in my pocket.
Don't want to play it too early.
Exactly. We're only halfway through the first set. Second chance opportunity. Summer Ross puts it down.
Better shot that second time. Kind of went a little low on the first offering and swatted it back. A little higher on the second chance, and she was able to get the kill off the top.
There's that tight set. Emily Day able to get the pokey on it. Had to go off 1 foot though, but I'd like to see the defense make a little better play at the net there.
Yeah, I think Summer's got to gobble that one up when it's kind of in your clutches like that.
I like to say, as a blocker, you got to be on the offensive in that situation. Wow. These girls are so scrappy. Both Emily and Brett playing so well this entire season, but really just not letting anything go down easy. Right here, Emily has no chance. She's still diving at it. Cut shot, up and over.
To me, that would be a great summarization of the success of Em and Britt, is that relentless effort on their side of the net. Of course, they're doing lots of things well. They're blocking, they're playing defense, they're serving tough, all those kind of things. But as we've seen here, they forced an extra contact or two out of Summer and Brooke in transition that led to a couple of hitting errors and losses of points. Point scoring opportunities anyways for Brooke and Summer, and that has them kind of with the advantage in this set rather than being in a 2 or 3 point deficit. And that all comes down to the effort on their side.
Up and over, there's Brittany Hochevar. I totally agree with what you're saying there, and I think it's they stick with their game plan as well. They're relentless effort, and they're going to trust their game plan at what's been working, no matter if they're down or if they're up. They just play their game, and their game is great. There's that serve Brittany's been so good with all season.
Calm as you like out of Brooke and Summer, though. Summer Ross, one of the more technically sound, maybe the most technically sound serve receivers on the women's side. I mean, she's got great instincts, of course, but her platform and her kind of knowledge and feel for angles is really unparalleled out there.
Hochevar taking this one out of the middle. A little push set out towards the pin. Brooke
Ambidextrous.
handling the heat and making it look easy. Drop shot, she goes back over on one. Brooke Sweat, so fun to watch. Such great composure and feel for finding open space on the opponent's side. Knowing, look at this, she, first of all, just makes the dig there, which is impressive. Seeing setters down, the hitter's at the net. I'm gonna go straight over on one, find that deep court. So smart.
There again, though, Em and Britt forcing the extra contact.
Nothing coming easy against this 1 seed.
That's something to remember as a younger player, is that that's entirely under your control. You can't control what the other side's going to do. If Brooke digs every ball, good for her. You're not going to be able to stop that necessarily, but you can control how hard you try on any given play in any given match, and Em and Britt are great examples of that.
Oh, look at that heat from Brooke Sweat.
Little pop from the Duck Dynasty girl. Service error there from Brooke and Summer.
Brooke Sweat challenging the block and tooling the block.
Another one of Summer Ross's skills that we're seeing on display here the last couple points is her hand setting ability. We talked about it with Kelly Clays. Very few hand setters on the women's side of the AVP. Summer, one of them.
There's a high line. Brooke tries to go over. Maybe not the best decision on that one. Oh, and Summer Ross diving back to the line. What a read. What execution on that block. Sealing that low line. Perfect timing on it. Watch this dive outside. She shows her the angle, takes away the low line. Great block there by Summer Ross.
Here's why I don't mind the over on 2, I guess, as it were, attempt by Brooke, because she's diving, probably not going to be able to get her partner a good set. So put it deep, make them work for it.
Reset your defense.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
And
I like that.
And they're not in a ready position just yet either. So if you give them an extra second shoveling it up to Summer, they can reset a little bit better. So it's not ideal, perhaps, but it's maybe the better option for you as you're diving.
Yeah, I like that.
And it was certainly controlled. It was a concerted effort on her part.
Yeah. Initially, I see it, and I want her to give Summer an opportunity. But yeah, like you said, sometimes you want to set your own defense up. And knowing that she had a lot of open space on her court, she gave her defense time to set up. And there's Summer.
Down the line, Summer Ross.
Summer Ross chopping it down the line. Brooke Sweat scooping one tight off the net. Hand dig by Day. And she swings out.
Wow, what a display of defense from both sides there.
So many great plays. First of all, that left-handed scoop off the sand. Watch Brooke Sweat's dig in transition, or off that cut shot. It rolled on the tape, dove, laid out, and took it about 2 feet off the sand. Here's another opportunity. Sweat and Ross looking to take this first set, but not quite yet. 2018.
Does it look like that's a couple tight ones now that we feel like Summer probably should have gotten there and she hasn't? I feel like she's chasing those high, right? Which is the tendency as a blocker as the ball gets tight and high sometimes.
Yeah.
You go up with it instead of pressing over.
Right. Ace by Brittany Hochevar, one of the best servers on tour this season, and she's been so clutch from the line as well. Seems like every time she needs a big serve, she gets it for her team. Up the middle, and watch out for her wrist away down the line as well. There's the wrist. No, that's up the middle. Summer Ross in trouble. Emily Day in system, but she hits it out. Unfortunate.
There's a little exhale from Brooke and Summer.
Uncharacteristic errors. But Brooke and Summer fighting off the #1 seed. Few errors there from Day and Hochevar, which seem to be the difference. But this team's been grinding all season. They're not going to stop now, like we talked about earlier. They trust their game. They trust their preparation. You see Brittany Hochevar kind of in a meditative state right there, just trying to reset her brain and make sure that she comes in with everything she's got. And there she is, just being.
She's got her yoga mat stretched out.
Yeah.
Checking the chakras.
On the other side here, this team, never worried. Always positive attitude. Really good chemistry between those two. Summer Ross, you know, you coached Summer Ross a little bit, right?
Yep.
Just never gonna overthink it. That's kind of like the theme of her game. It's just whatever happens, I'm gonna forget about it. Doesn't matter. Move on.
That would be an incredibly insightful way to say it. Summer Ross is never going to overthink it.
Yeah. Pretty easy way to put it, I suppose.
Yeah, I think, like you mentioned, kind of some uncharacteristic errors. We're sort of the tail of the tape on both sides, right? We saw Brooke and Summer make a couple errors early in transition, point-scoring opportunities, and that allowed Britt and Em to get out front. They shored that up on their side, forced maybe a couple of errors on Britt and Em's side, and that was the difference in that first set as Summer and Brooke took a 21-19 victory. Oh.
Wow, Mark Sherman.
I apologize for talking over that, but I think that's the correct disqualification there. Correct disqualification.
There you see us up in the booth. What's happening, everybody? We're loving it here on Sunday. DJ Booth is rocking up here. Josh Glazebrook getting after it, as always. The man, the legend who's set this whole thing up. He gets to design the stadium, the booth, and everything. And of course, they all got the gold jackets because it is the Gold Series. This is the third event of the Gold Series this year. Third and final, and of course, the AVP Championships all in one. Big serve up the seam. Brooke Sweat setting from the corner. Nice swing off of that, but Hochevar handles it. Hochevar hits it out. 1-0.
And you can really hear Brittany putting some extra oomph into those serves.
I wonder if she ever talked about arm swing mechanics with her brother, the world champion pitcher from the Kansas City Royals.
Nice little cover play by Em and Britt there. Yeah, I find that the throwing motion and the swinging motion in volleyball are very similar.
I think they're really similar. The only difference is your base, right?
Right.
So one of them, your feet are touching the ground, so you're getting a lot of power from that. Other one, you're floating in air when you contact the ball.
But kind of the arm load and
the arm itself, I think, are very similar, and you got to think that baseball players have kind of the most technically sound mechanics.
Of course, then if you watch Ryan Doherty swing at a volleyball.
That's a good. That's a really good point, actually. It's a very short swing from Ryan Doherty, who used to be a minor league pitcher.
I've seen him throw a ball, though, and he can absolutely fire it and put it anywhere you want with any kind of spin or lack thereof you can think of.
I'd like to see that. We got to get him out there one day. That one goes out. 3-2.
Again, a lot of the action comes down to, can Summer put Brooke in the window she needs the ball to be in for her to be successful offensively? That one got a little bit too far off, I think.
Serve up the middle. Summer Ross takes it, hammers it at Hochevar. Day's on the run, but not able to get there. That shows a lot about their team right there. Not only, first of all, that ball was out of reach. Emily Day wasn't going to get there. She tries for it anyway.
Right.
And not only does she try for it, but Brittany chases it down, trying to get close to it in case Emily Day does touch it. Just says a lot about their team and their work ethic. (4-3), the number 1 seed in the lead. Emily Day going back to serve. Day and Hochevar, the 2016 and 2017 winners of the Manhattan Beach Open. So rare that a team can win that tournament 2 times in a row.
Right. They liked the peer ceremony so much they said, let's do it again.
Up and off the block, Summer Ross with the tool. 4-4. Brooke Sweat back to serve.
Pretty special thing about the Manhattan Beach tournament, getting your name engraved on the pier for all time, right?
Very cool, very cool. And those ladies live down near the South Bay. Like you've said before, Brittany might be taking a lot of first dates down to the pier and just happened to be walking up. Oh, that is my name.
Yeah.
5-4, Day and Hochevar in the lead. Brooke Sweat coming to the middle off that handset from Summer Ross. Love that wrist away swing.
There again, we see a nice handset from Summer. That's a little more where Brooke likes it. And she gives us the wrist away feast.
Oh,
just
out. Crazy. That was a sweet dig, as always, from Brooke Sweat.
Not enough backspin on that one? Okay. Brooke will have to make that adjustment, get a little more backspin. Okay. Just got word from our set designer.
Our boss.
Our boss, Josh Glazebrook. Not enough backspin on that dig.
The golden child. Summer Ross putting it down the line, making it look easy. 24-year-old out of San Diego, California. Summer Ross, always come calm, cool, and collected. It's always summer for Summer.
Really good shot.
Emily Day. Ooh, wow, good adjustment. That set got a little tight. Came across her midline a little bit, not on her right shoulder where she usually likes it, but she had a nice high reach, sending it deep to the corner. Like that adjustment there. 7-6. Brooke Sweat coming back to the middle again. And, ooh. Emily Day would have liked to have another shot at that one.
That was the right read, wasn't it? She was just a hair late.
And she kind of dove horizontally and didn't press quite as much as I would have liked to see. See how far off the net she was? More times than none, you're going to get tooled. She also opened up her block. And as you've said before today, ball knows angles, and ball went exactly where she had angled that block. Kill by Hochevar. 8-7.
It's interesting here strategically. I wonder if Brooke and Summer feel like they have a better read on Brittany, because she seems to be just unleashing on the ball every single time they serve her, but they continue to go back to her.
We shall see. Pretty good play out of the net. Day and Hochevar are going to get a chance to send it back. Oh, here we go. The rally is on. Oh, what a swing. Brittany Hochevar. Such a tough swing in transition. They're at the disadvantage here. She's off the net. The defense is set. She goes perfectly up the middle. Neither person able to make a move.
Went in a fiddle.
Hit up the middle.
There you go. Nice soft shot there from Summer up over the top. I think Brooke and Summer are going to have to apply a little bit more service pressure than we've seen in this second set. See if they can't. Oh, they're right on cue.
Yeah, there you go. You ask and you shall receive, Rich Lamborn.
That was just premium placement, just like we saw the hit of Britt Hochevar a couple plays ago, right up the middle. That serve from Brooke Sweat.
Another good serve. Brittany having to dive, and they're gonna get a shot here. Tough swing. Day in transition, out to the pin, and Summer Ross steals that line again. What a block by Summer Ross. Penetrating hard with that left hand, funneling it back into the court. She makes it look easy, but that is not an easy play to make.
And that came on the back of two really nice serves from Brooke Sweat. This one kind of right in Emily's lap, however.
What a shot, wrist away, right on the sideline. 1 point. With the technical timeout, it's 10-10.
10-10. This is what the fans came here for. Ross and Sweat able to win 21-19 in the first. And we are all tied up, looking to go into the technical timeout. And we do go into the technical timeout. Ross and Sweat in the lead. And we got a little tribute video for you to check out during this timeout.
This is AVP 2017, and it's so big, I need 2 mics for it. Live from Austin, volleyball fans, this is where it's at. These fans, some of the best in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Austin. This is Boomtown. Welcome to the greatest city on earth. I cannot think of a better way, everybody, to start off the Gold Series than right here in the Big Apple, right here in New York City. This is the best weekend of the year in New York City, and we've got the best volleyball fans anywhere in the world. This is the men's final in the Gold Series. And it's a nice day on the lake, but you know what? It is not serene. It is not serene. We are bringing the energy. We are pumping it, ladies and gentlemen, because this is where beach volleyball lives. This is Seattle, and this is not your average day at the lake. Come on. Check out the best volleyball fans in the world right here in the city by the bay. For the first time in 7 years in Hermosa Beach, America, welcome home. The best volleyball tournament anywhere right here in Manhattan Beach.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to your MC that has been entertaining you with the soothing sounds of his voice all weekend long, Mark Sherman.
Man, I got all the feels.
There you have it, Mark Sherman getting his own highlight reel. Got to give it up for that guy. He's been giving it up for this tour all season long. He's bringing so much energy, so much positivity to the tour, and the fans certainly love the guy.
Yeah, he's got one of those jobs, I feel like, too, that looks easy when somebody's good at doing it.
Right.
But if you were to go out and try and entertain the crowd as well as he does, announce the teams as well as he does, intro the live NBC broadcast as well as he does, you'd really find out how difficult it really is. So well done, Mark.
It's hard enough to do the live stream. I just have to tell myself I'm only talking to you. Oh, wow. One arm stabby from the middle. Good opportunity. MD keeps it in play here. Summer Ross with the hand set. Another great dig by Hochevar. And she goes off the block. A one-arm dig in the backcourt by Emily Day. And then a huge dig cross-court from Hochevar. They're having to work for every point, but if anyone's going to earn it and if anyone's willing to put in the work, it's that team right there. Emily Day and Brittany Hochevar. French fries on the board, as Mark Sherman says. 11-all. Summer Ross stealing that one out of the middle. And going with a nice high line. Great rhythm there. Gotta love the confidence from Summer to call Brooke off on that and be like, I got this.
Yeah.
Let me put that away for your partner.
11-all would be a supersize order of French fries as opposed to 1-1?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. Right. Super size me. Day out by the pin and a great seal by Summer Ross. Some great blocks here from Summer Ross in this match, and that is a huge one right there.
Again, I like that serving tactic from Sweat and Ross. They got Emily wide, kind of cut down her options. We see it again here.
Yep, this is going to be a tough play, tough position, and she errs. Brooke Sweat causing havoc with her serve, sending Emily Day to the line.
I think with maybe a few exceptions, all the points we've seen Brooke and Summer be able to score have come on the back of some solid serving. We saw the ace go up the middle, then we saw the short serve, and now those last couple darts to Emily's sideline have resulted in points for Brooke and Summer, and that's something we mentioned earlier in the broadcast that they need to do if they want to be successful, because even when they're generating those scoring opportunities, they're having to have 2 and 3 swings at it, because Emily and Brittany just never relent. They need to get those free points when they can.
Yep.
Blocks, hitting errors that end points quickly.
I agree. Brooke and Summer having to earn every single point. Don't want Day and Hochevar in system. Can't make anything easy on them. Working so far though. Great strategy. Brooke Sweat. Brooke Sweat, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year out here on the AVP Tour. And she's showing why. Summer, another block. Push set to the pin this time, and the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year is there. And then Summer Ross. Just great hand placement. She's not loading up and trying to put up a huge block right now. She's just putting her hands in the right spot. Pretty much every time that Emily Day tries to bring it down the line, Summer's staying disciplined and blocking it. And now she drops down the line, digs it up, as she does so well, and delivers, but just a bit outside. That's an inch wide. That would have been a huge play. They already have quite a lead, but 16-11 is, you have a pretty good shot at giving yourself to the finals.
Right.
If Summer Ross puts that one away. Instead, you got one of the best servers out there on the line, Brittany Hochevar, rocking the joy on the back of her bathing suit. Going at Ross. Ross handles it really well, perfectly in system. Line shot, beautiful dig by Brittany. And another shot here by Ross. Hammering, and that touches the line. Big time play on both sides.
Just so poised, Summer Ross, when she's backing up off the net. Those little contacts, that's kind of the result of growing up on the beach. Moonlight Beach, kind of the surrounding beaches in San Diego. Just been a little beach rat since she was a pup.
Thought about playing indoor for a second there. Summer Ross, are you kidding me? That's just discipline to me.
Yep.
Summer Ross is staying on the line. She hasn't made too many angle moves, but usually as a hitter, sometimes you expect them to change it up. Like, no way they think I'm gonna hit it line again. And Summer's just, nope, I'm still here. And there's that angle shot, and Brooke Sweat takes advantage of it. Really disciplined defensive plan, and it's causing havoc for Emily Day right now. And this is slipping away. Look at that play. Finding open space.
It's just really wonderful execution we're seeing on the side of Ross and Sweat.
So Day comes to the other side of the court, switches sides with Hochevar, and then delivers a nice high line. Great choice by her to switch sides. She obviously she lost her rhythm for a second there on the left side. Make a switch to the right, show yourself, give yourself a different look. Change the momentum, get one side out, and maybe she'll probably go back to the left this next play. We'll see. They have their work cut out for them though.
We've seen them come back from big deficits before, yesterday in fact.
When you're the 1 seed, you just don't cut them out. Block.
Yep.
Make it 14-18.
14-18. If they're gonna make a run, it's gonna happen now. If they can get it to 15, I think they have a really good shot at coming back. Side out after, and then maybe run 2 more off if possible. Brooke, Brittany, and the tool. Wow, that was unbelievable. This is some of the best volleyball I've seen all year, by far, here in Chicago, both on the women's and the men's side. I'm sure you guys saw that first women's semifinal matchup that we called before. It was unbelievable volleyball where Sarah Hughes and Kelly Clays punched their ticket to the final, but look at these plays, just so athletic. And then to get up and get a full approach and swing off the block, so hard to do. It doesn't even look easy.
No, that did not look easy.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, it looks easy, but it's not, trust me. That looked hard, and it is.
Unless you be confused, that was an extremely good line shot from Brooke Sweat up and over
Yeah,
the
I
block of
thought-
Emily Day, but Brid just made a better play with the left-handed spear.
When I saw it come off her hand, I thought that thing was going down for sure. Current temperature, 80 degrees. That's about what it feels like as well. A little less wind down on the stadium than it is up here, 11 miles per hour, coming out of the west, northwest, here in Chicago, Illinois.
You just licked your finger and held it up in the air and determined that?
Yeah, it felt good. That was my weatherman
It feels like
voice.
about a west-northwest breeze.
Wind speed coming out of the west. Summer Ross on 2. This is a touch. It's got to come. It's got to go now. And they get it down. Wow. They are back. This lead is not safe. The second set is up for grabs, and the number 1 seeded team is still alive. Emily Day back to serve, looking to complete the comeback. Brooke Sweat. Ross. Only Summer Ross would come back and do it one more time.
Now that looked like a game plan from them, right? It looked like Brooke tried to shove that thing up there for a bigger partner.
Summer Ross never scared of the big moment. Youngest player on the court at 24 years old. Here we go. Let's see where they go with it. Going straight to Emily Day, forcing her a little deep. Brooks all over it. This one's going to come back. Scrappy play by those two. Britt's dangerous in this situation, though. And there's the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Nice set. No one at the net. This could be trouble. And it is. Emily Day brings it back within 2. Tough play. You gotta think these girls are a little winded, right? They don't look like it, but 80 degrees. They've been playing all weekend, and we have so many long rallies like that where all the players are laying out.
You would think fitness-wise, the advantage goes to Sweat and Ross simply because this is their first match of the day.
Right.
There's no doubt that Em and Britt are in wonderful condition.
And that's a huge drop shot. Summer Ross and Brooke Sweat looking at match point. Not a surprise, but they've definitely had to earn it against the hottest team on tour, Hochevar Day. Here we go, a little out of system. This one's coming from deep. Touch, over on one. Another opportunity here to put it away and extend the match. Uh-oh, Brooke Sweat. 1, 2, they gotta go, and they don't. Brooke Sweat, Summer Ross going to the finals against Kelly Clays and Sarah Hughes. So fun to watch. The volleyball is getting better and better as the year goes on, and guess what? There's 2 matches left for the rest of the 2017 season. The men's final is next, and then these ladies, Day and Hochevar, fighting to the very last second. Brooke and Summer looking to win their first event of the season.
What a match. We'll be with you for both finals.
You know what, I think Brooke and Summer did win one, so they're looking for their second event win of the year.